players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
Now we'll look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Durant is out there with Deni Avdija. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You've got to know where Giannis is at all times, especially when you're around the goal.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the week coverage pay.
Got us a screen on Avdija. Deflects the pass. Cunningham's shot is off.
A lot of great plays being made here on the defensive end.
That indeed is a rarity. The highlights are almost always on the offensive end of the floor in this event.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Cunningham finds Antetokounmpo. Avdija with the rebound.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Back to Doncic. Jokic sets the screen for Doncic. Over Maxey. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent, and when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him. He's having trouble getting anything to go right now.
Here's Durant, banked in off the glass.
Nice handles, tight handles, fluid handles, right into his shooting motion. Durant able to do everything on the offensive end.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself, couldn't control himself there.
So it's the West now. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end.
Have a lot of respect for Jokic's feel for the game. He plays the right way, sees everything, great vision, and he processes what he sees so quickly.
Shoots from the baseline, and it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. Randall's checked in for Avdija.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Brown with the screen on Jokic. 4 on the shot clock. Durant with the steal. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. The East trail by 6. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
You're so right, Kevin. I mean, all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
And it's Brown missing. And the West All-Stars with possession. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. A nice shot by Doncic.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Antetokounmpo inside. Jokic defending. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for the West. Giannis against Wembanyama. Antetokounmpo, no good. The West leading by 10. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Earlier I spoke with Mike Brown. I asked him, how do you plan to deal with Luka Doncic? He laughed and said, I think that's a question the entire league is asking. Luka is amazing. He's been a superstar from day one, and what impresses me the most is his poise. Nothing seems to get to him. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Wembanyama sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Cunningham on the wing. Antetokounmpo kicks to Cunningham. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Randall. It's stolen by SGA. Wembanyama outside. That doesn't go either for Wembanyama. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the East. It's a 10-point game. Good ball movement here by the East. Brown finds Cunningham. And another miss by the East.
He will not be happy with himself. Got a good look from mid-range there.
Pass to SGA. Fires from way outside. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. West All-Stars. Back with you again on the most entertaining night on the NBA calendar. 1 quarter down and 3 to play in the All-Star game.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action never disappoints.
Tyrese Maxey out there with Cunningham. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the center position. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
And you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Over to the left wing. Randall from outside. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Randall's got the lead up to 13 now for the West All-Stars. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Harden. There's Giannis with the slam.
Once Giannis gets that close to the rim, you know that he'll do everything he can to make the finish happen.
Jokic sets the screen for Randall. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Giannis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Giannis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. So for the West, Wembanyama, he's checked in for Randall, and Avdia subbed in for James. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Booker outside. Wembanyama, a screen on Cunningham. Booker against Cunningham. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Cunningham drives in. Got that bucket in no time at all. Cunningham's got his first points in this one.
Effective from the mid-range. For Cunningham, it's about shooting with confidence.
On the wing, Harden. Against contact, Harden makes it work inside.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
On the wing, Booker. He's covered by Maxey. Harden's shot is off. The East trail by 9. Cunningham passes to Johnson. And stolen by Wembanyama. And here they come. On the drive, Jokic for 3. Booker now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Here's Jokic. Jokic doing the job inside.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Johnson left side. Inside. And Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Superb initiative from Antetokounmpo. I mean, that may be something. We overlook, but being able to take that initiative allows him to be a real menace when he's rolling to the rim after a pick.
So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Şengün's checked in for Jokic. James comes in for Victor Wembanyama. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Devin Booker. And SGA subbed in for James Harden.
Şengün finishing with authority. There you go, big fella. Make them feel you.
Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Cunningham. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Impressive work inside from Doncic.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but that's about the norm.
Yep, this game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
Doncic looking it over. To the middle. It's stolen by Johnson. Brown right side. Over LeBron. Luka Doncic grabs the miss. The West leading by 9. LeBron outside. Down low. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
LeBron James refusing to be denied, just muscling through that foul to get the shot off.
West All-Stars shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Siakam is checked in for Jalen Johnson. Then for the West All-Stars, Jokic comes in for Şengün. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Avdija. To the inside. Antetokounmpo finds Maxey. Good ball movement here by the East. Just 5 to shoot. Jokic with the steal. Puts up a deep 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the West All-Stars. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in the second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
The West leading by 11, and the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. They've got Nikola Jokic. Durant is out there with Deni Avdija. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Doncic in at the 1 spot. Doncic against Giannis. Brunson right side. Giannis making his presence felt down low.
Well, he's definitely got a shoot-first mindset right now, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and that's not always endearing to your teammates, if you ask me. I mean, this is a game where everybody wants a piece of that spotlight. It shouldn't just be about him.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. And there's the call on Durant.
Kevin Durant.
That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the West All-Stars. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock, and the shot goes in. Brunson's got his first basket.
He can do that. Brunson, one of the premier marksmen in the association.
To the paint, here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Jokic finds SGA. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
No mercy shown that time on D by Giannis. Great rejection.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the East. They trail by 11. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Giannis has tremendous physical attributes, but his confidence is something that separates him from most.
And the West All-Stars have possession. Pass to Durant. Brunson against Doncic. Durant with the screen on Brunson. Durant soaring in for the deuce.
Boy, Doncic, with his size and ball skills and vision, is a master, a maestro in the pick and roll. He can make just about any pass necessary out of the pick and roll set.
Round the pass to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
They really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. The West All-Stars making the switch here. Randall's checked in. Now here's Durant. He's got 8 to the middle. Durant going to work inside.
It's been a good night for him overall and a good night for this team.
Antetokounmpo against Jokic. Brunson right side. 5 on the clock. Back to Giannis. Jokic with the steal. Stolen by Brunson. Durant with the steal. Down low. Here's Randall. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Siakam.
And you know, you look at guys like Randall who don't have that eye-popping athleticism or length. The pump fake is a great equalizer.
Both free throws good from Randall.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Here's Antetokounmpo. West All-Stars with the rebound. .153 left in the third. Back to SGA. Clock at 6. Durant for 3. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Oh, great ball movement there.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the third. Inside, Cunningham. And nothing is falling for him right now. Cunningham against Doncic. Randle, a screen on Cunningham. Doncic passes to Jokic. Great D that time from Giannis.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be.
Highlight reel stuff from Antetokounmpo. My goodness.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Doncic with a screen on Brunson. Here's SGA. Knocks down the step-back J. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his first points of the game. There's 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. On the wing, Giannis. Jokic defending. Giannis sets a screen for Brown. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
Here's Jokic. It's good. And that's 10 points for Jokic.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Giannis a screen on Doncic. Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
And really with a pass-first mentality, Cunningham, the type of player that you like to play with.
Doncic outside. Back to SGA. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the West. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And we welcome you back. The biggest stars of the league are putting on a show here at the All-Star Game.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
Cade Cunningham out there with Jalen Brunson. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Brown in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And I've also noticed how opportunistic they've been off turnover, doing a really good job taking advantage of the opponent's mistakes.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Cunningham outside. And Brunson has it in the corner. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And you see how Brunson's fine-tuned his playmaking ability. That pass on time and on point.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the triple. And the West leads by 17.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Şengün's checked in for Julius Randle. To the left wing. Şengün kicks to SGA. Booker left side. That's good, and SGA with the assist. SGA's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Avdia against Brown, and stolen by Siakam. Cunningham dishes it to Antetokounmpo, and he gets it to go. That's 28 points for Giannis.
And you know what? He's been on the big stage, guys, and he's been at his absolute best.
And Greg, barring something unforeseen, I mean, I think we know who the All-Star MVP is going to be. He's already got one hand on that trophy.
And you can see how quick Booker is to react. No hesitation on that jump shot.
Back to Brunson. SGA with the steal. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Cunningham. The kick out to Brown. Back to Giannis, and stolen by Booker. Outside, Avdia. Brunson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Brunson with some nice D.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Really love how Brown distributes the ball, keeping his eyes moving at all times.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
The screen from Brown. Antetokounmpo passes to Brown. Count it!
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Jokic, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Kevin Durant comes in for Şengün. And Doncic is subbed in for Booker. Jokic sets the screen for Doncic. Misses the three. The East trail by 16. Stolen by Durant. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now Jokic. And he gets it to go.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Jokic pulls it down. The West leading by 18. 1:43 left in the game. Doncic, again, the West All-Star.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Strong move off the glass.
And the All-Star MVP award, always such a prestigious honor. And it's becoming clear who that honor is going to be bestowed upon this year.
And with the game he's having, it's hard to envision anybody else winning it.
Here's Avdia, and stolen by Siakam. Antetokounmpo outside. And for the NBA, anytime there's a blip in the ratings, Clark, you've got those who will begin to criticize the state of the game. Do you find any credence there?
I think in many cases it's a bit of an overreach, an attempt to try to define something simply that's more complex, to have a simple answer for a complex situation. I do think the league is very much on the right track in continuing to listen to criticisms and then evaluate them on their merit.
Now Randall. Şengün with a screen on Siakam. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Antetokounmpo. Şengün with the rebound. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And the West leads by 20.
A true monster in the paint. And just under 7 feet. It can be so easy for Şengün to find those baskets.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
The presentation of the most valuable player. Here to present the trophy is NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. Let's hear for the All-Star MVP Award winner,